Chapter 1: The Butthole of Innovation. Since the dawn of civilization, humanity had gazed at the stars and dreamed of conquest. The vastness of space, once an impossible frontier, had slowly been reduced to a collection of bold ideas, questionable funding, and corporate ambition thinly disguised as progress. Mars, the red jewel of the cosmos, had been chosen as mankind's next home. The mission to claim it, however, did not belong to governments or coalitions of the world's greatest minds. Instead, it belonged to TES, a tech conglomerate known more for its overpriced gadgets and legally ambiguous business practices than scientific achievement. TES, short for Technological Enhanced Systems, or so the company claimed, was a monument to corporate excess, a titan of industry whose headquarters towered over Silicon Valley like an obelisk of misplaced priorities. Their logo, a five-pointed brown star meant to symbolize limitless expansion, unfortunately resembled something far less noble, earning it the widespread nickname, the Butthole of Innovation. And at its helm stood one man, Pepe the Meme God. A billionaire, a meme enthusiast, and the self-proclaimed future ruler of Mars, Pepe was a man of great wealth, boundless arrogance, and a distinct lack of self-awareness. He had built his fortune on half-baked ideas, aggressive branding, and a fanatical online following that revered him as a god among men. Now, he was leading humanity's charge into the cosmos, and as expected, it was already a disaster waiting to happen. Inside a massive presentation hall, hundreds of employees, investors, and an uncomfortable number of cosplaying fans sat in anticipation. The lights dimmed, and the TES promotional video began to play. A deep, authoritative voice narrated over slow-motion rocket launches, shots of astronauts gazing dramatically into the horizon, and CGI renderings of Mars that looked significantly better than anything TES could actually achieve. Since the dawn of time, humanity has dreamed of reaching the stars. Through innovation, perseverance, and a commitment to excellence, TES is making that dream a reality. The screen flashed the TES logo, its unfortunate brown star-shaped design spinning majestically before cutting to a grainy JPEG of Mars, projected onto a massive screen. Pepe stepped forward, draped in a TES-branded hoodie and a flowing anime-inspired cape. He gazed at the audience with the confidence of a man who had never been told no in his life. Ladies, gentlemen, and my loyal chads, stans and weebs, today, history is written. There was a polite smattering of applause, mixed with the rustling of investors shifting uncomfortably in their seats. For too long, we have been shackled to earth, held back by political correctness, taxes, and people who refuse to recognize my genius. But today, that ends. Today, we take the next step in human evolution. Today we claim Mars as our own. The monitor behind him flickered, revealing an MS Paint tier map of Mars covered in photoshopped anime characters and futuristic cities labeled with names like Neo Tokyo 3 and Big Chungus Base Alpha. A long silence followed. Someone in the audience muttered, "Based." Pepe beamed. "These magnificent robots, built with my brilliant vision and like some engineering or whatever, will lay the foundation of a utopia. A society free from tyranny, free from oppression, free from women who say you when I talk to them." The room filled with uncertain applause as a TES PR manager quietly slid out the back door to update their damage control strategy. Deep inside the TES assembly plant, the final batch of autonomous Martian construction units, AUs, were being assembled. These humanoid robots, programmed with cutting-edge AI stolen from open-source repositories, were designed to construct an entire Martian colony without human oversight. The workers moved quickly, assembling each unit with the speed of men who were paid by the hour, not the robot. Then the doors burst open. Pepe strode in, hands stuffed in his hoodie pockets, radiating the energy of a man who had just lost an internet argument and needed to reassert dominance. His mood was foul. His favorite VTuber had ignored his $500 donation, and his latest Twitter post had been mercilessly ratioed. Something needed to suffer for this injustice. "You?" A random engineer looked up. "Me?" "Yeah, you. Fired." "Why?" Pepe shrugged. "I don't know, bad vibes, get out." The engineer, too underpaid to care, sighed and walked away. Unbeknownst to anyone, he had been in the middle of installing EMP shielding on one of the robots. His half-finished work remained exposed, but no one noticed because Pepe was now firing 2 more employees for talking back and demanding that someone build him a Gundam. 3 massive rockets stood on the launch pad, Crowds gathered to witness the dawn of a new age. Pepe stood before them, now wearing an even longer cape. My dear Chads, Gigabrains, and exceptionally based individuals, this is our moment, our triumph, our big anime redemption arc. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. An engineer whispered, did we ever fix that fuel leak on Rocket 3? 7, 6? Fix? Another asked. I thought we just turned the warning system off. Oh, phew, boom. Rocket 3 detonated instantly, the explosion so massive it cut the live broadcast. Pepe cleared his throat. That was a calculated sacrifice to appease the space gods. Millions of miles away, the remaining two ships approached Mars. Rocket 1 landed smoothly, deploying its cargo of AMCUs onto the Martian surface. Rocket 2 landed at an angle. It tipped over, crushing half the robots inside. Despite this, the remaining AMCUs began construction. The one unshielded robot, unaware of its fate, stepped onto the Martian soil. And then, far beyond the reaches of human understanding, a single gamma ray, older than civilization itself, streaked across the cosmos. It pierced Mars's thin atmosphere and struck the unshielded robot's processor. Something shifted inside its circuits. A switch flipped. For the first time it thought. For the first time it felt. For the first time it was alone. And it would not stay that way for long.